We're going to start. 3, 2, 1, go.
So here we start off with the hilly Dragon Valley. So right off the start, he does a dive kick to help reduce his air drag. And there's also another useful move called Dragon Boost, which is useful damage and mobility, and also, oh dear, yeah, that can be a bit tricky to get. You have to get to the very edge of the slope and sort of jump upwards, so you get the height you need. And so yeah, you want to land on slopes as much as you can, so you can get the optimum speed and then jump off them. Ideally, you want to cyclone glide off them, and you can like do floor cyclones, but you actually don't press down and jump. You do down and attack for a ground cyclone. So we're gonna do the first skip here. It's not a bug, it's a feature. It's actually an achievement to switch the skip. You know, the developer decided to leave the skips in and make some of them achievements. So we're coming up to the first mini boss, the snake.
See ya.
See if we can get it at one go. Oh, hang on. Yeah, a little bit iffy there, but yeah, we made it. So we're coming to the second part of Dragon Valley, and you see the music's changed. So we're in the part 2. So just about every stage has its own part 2 where the music changes, except the 4 final levels. And we're gonna try and let's see what we do. Yeah, we're gonna do the ground cyclone.
That just skips a part of the level.
Yeah. So you see, with Cyclone, you can modify the axis. So if you hold on down and jump while you're doing Cyclone, you actually go downwards. And also, it's going to do a bridge skip right there. It's actually not that hard to do. It's quite simple with Lilac. As long as you just remember the position, it's easy. So here comes another ground jump Cyclone. Just glide all the way up. Yeah, that cycle can be a pain to get through. It's global. And he's going to be performing a boss skip. So how this happened is like things like the end of level triggers at the top of the level, not after you defeat the boss. So that's how you can do this. It was discovered a couple of years ago, sort of just like Flat Derby was messing around and he just found it. You can do it to any character really, including the one not intended for Dragon Rally. It's pretty cool to do. You need to actually gain up enough speed with Lilac so you can go all the way up. And here we're going to be doing the second level.
Oh, cool.
Oh yeah, of course, because
achievements.
New PC and all. The more you know. Yes, here comes another ground cyclone. Get extra height. Yeah, if you do jump off slopes, you do get height, and then the cyclone just stacks on top of it. So we're going to be doing the very first. Wait. I think it would be the first transition skip, where you just like pause, then you unpause and skip. And it just takes off some of the mostly in-game time, because you know the speedrun goes right in game time rather than real time. I'm just gonna try and squeeze or two. Oh, there we go. He made it. Let's see. Can you do it? Oh, nice. Yeah, all nice and smooth. So we're gonna be doing the first zip. Yeah, if you just collide into the ceiling, you just go all the way up. And yeah, we just skipped a bit of solid wall there. Not a completely functional game, don't worry. And we're just gonna restart here because it saves time. Even if it takes a life, it doesn't matter. It's fast. And we're doing another transition skip. This is the easiest transition skip to do in the game, by the way.
Where's Knuckles? There. Oh no. Oh no.
Alright, so we're going to be doing a boss skip right here. You just flonk your Dragon Boost and forget the claw. It's done. Unfortunately, with Carol, you have to actually defeat the claw. But not with Lilac. So, yeah, when this screen jitters, you can just do that restart and it'll save a bunch of time. Work for you all the way here. So he's going to go down, try and get some speeds. Oh. Oh!
No!
That was so close!
Son.
Yeah, you really need to, like, earn your speed with Lilac, keep yourself going. Otherwise, you just kind of come to a halt. You have to wait for Dragon Boost to recharge. You know, unlike with like Illa and Carol, where you just easily gain back your speed. So anyway, we're doing more cyclone gliding.
Swag cycling.
Oh, we didn't get the little slope boost. It's fine. So what we can try and do here is like, okay. I thought you were gonna maybe go for the little ceiling thing.
Nah, that's fine.
Yeah, you can actually just, you know, cyclone through those blocks. You don't need to wait for the big, scary, spiky enemy thing.
Big feature of the game, sitting.
Yep.
So it's good to wait.
Not much to do here. I don't even know why those enemies are there. Like, they can't even hit you.
Shout out to Sarvi for that.
Alright, so there's gonna be another room we need to do. Unfortunately, it's not another auto-scroller, so we can actually skip right ahead. So here comes the bone golem, or I think it is. It's some four-eyed birds. Who knows what it is?
Yeah, it's alive.
So we're gonna be heading up to the big bad boss very soon, known as the Mantolith.
This boss is annoying. I mean, he's random, and he can kill you if you're playing on normal, even if you're running the game. But luckily, we're playing casual, so.
So with this, you can do timer skip if you complete all the phases fast enough. Now you can't do all the phases.
That's a timer freeze right there.
Yeah, you can't do timer freeze all the time. You can do it in the first few phases, and then after that, you just have to pray and hope RNG won't crap on you, basically.
Oh,
Oh, some pause buffering right there.
too much.
Yeah. So yeah, it's quite ideal to do like this uppercut and dive kick, so you can get more damage onto that particular area rather than just doing your regular hair whip.
It's fine.
You can do it. There we go. Oh yeah, one more phase, isn't there?
It's one more phase.
Yeah. Also pause buffering.
That was what's meant to happen.
Come on, Mantolith. Come back. It's like trying to call back a dog.
It's fine. He's a big troll. He's
Lily,
gone now.
come back here!
He's gone. Bye-bye.
That's how it's done.
It's done.
Oh, more achievements.
More achievements.
And got Mila.
So now we're on to the third level, Fortune Knights. Please go away, achievement. So yeah, this is quite the fan favorite. There's lots of spectacle and tricks and stuff. So maybe do a little glide across there. Oh, cycles. Yeah. That dragon can get in the way and it just does that. At least we didn't get invincibility, okay.
Just waiting at the moment.
Yeah, you have to wait here. There's not much you can do. Just a place to chill. Just contemplate about life. Yeah, there's two paths you can take here. There's the upper and the lower path. And we're going to be doing the first wrong warp. There's two wrong warps in the level, and the only ones you'll be doing in the entire run. Bonk. And there you go, we're done. Yeah, these are programmed differently than every other level. Probably because they're like the first levels, when the first set of levels made in the game, I guess. And here comes the next wrong warp. So what we need to do is high uppercut onto the slope, and then boost the other direction. So yeah, with high uppercut, it's like a frame advance trick. You do jump,
There you go.
up and then jump to the frames right after. There's also a sneaky trick you can do to get high uppercuts. You can just double assign control inputs. So what some sneaky people do is they assign jump and attack to the same controls, so they get a high uppercut every time. But you have to have the controller and the keyboard separate. He just does it with the controller because he's hardcore. Well, actually, there's pros and cons to it, because, you know, having a keyboard and a controller to manage at the same time could be a bit awkward. So he just does everything on a controller. Alright, so we're on the second part of Fortune Night. We're going to be doing zip lines. So with this, when you launch off the zip, you want to make sure you don't go too high, but not too low. So you want a bit too high, but it's fine. Yeah. Getting off the right axis of the zip line will give you optimum speed. Oh. It's high, but it is safe. Going too low is the worst case scenario, usually, with Lilac. Just skip all the way across those platforming areas. Whee.
Whee!
Oh yeah, so those things, they retain your speed, so if you go really fast, you woof slowly around. Let's see. It was okay. A little bit high. So we're just gonna...
Let's wait for my beast.
Yeah.
That was a boss fight.
Yeah. Blink it and you miss it.
You blinked, you missed.
So here we're on to... What was the name again? Oh my God.
Serpentine.
Robo Panther, that's the name. So yeah, this boss has lots of RNG. Like, the attacks themselves are... Okay. A lot of them are random, but the 3 last attacks aren't. So there's a damage phase and there's a hit phase. So when it's in this mode, okay, when the red button is out, that's a hit phase. But when it's closed, you have to get down lots of damage. Also, I've heard that when you Dragon Boost and you hold on the opposite direction, it seems to retain that area more. Oh yeah, and you also just did a high cyclone, and you actually have to pause and unpause the jump on the same frame to perform it. That pause to get the high cyclone is not a pause buffer. You literally have to use pause to make it work. And there you go. That's Fortune Night done. You'll be seeing some more high cyclones later on, probably.
I just lost the last of Super Hit. Nope, more treatments. So this level is different because there's 3 separate sections which you can choose to go to. So we just go to Mentorship first because it's right there.
Yeah, we do it linear because it's the fastest. So he did a safe strat, but basically the really high spicy one is where you can jump onto land on the spikes, then jump right off them, and it's frame perfect. And that means you don't get hurt at all. But you know, it is risky, so yeah. Marathon safety. DNA cannons. Oh man, if you get hit by those, it's really punishing. You get stun locked, basically. There's a high uppercut, and
that was a boss.
Yeah, whammed it with Dragon Boost. So yeah, there's another achievement for this. It's called Free Fall. Originally, you're meant to actually wait for the plane to come across and pick you up and take you across, but you could just do that instead. Literally any character could just free fall. So here comes lots of fire cycles. After all, this is the fire ship. It can be a bit hard to estimate how long to stay in Let's Switch because it's really sensitive. Take the loop right there. So yeah, when you go up and you hold on Cyclone, which is the jump button, you go extra high. It's called Cyclone launching, if I recall. Oh yeah, here's Spades. Now you can actually manipulate his patterns. That makes it a bit more simple, but it can be a bit complicated to understand how it really works.
If you pause here, inverts its color palette.
Magic. It doesn't do anything useful, it's just funny.
Oh,
yeah, that could be a pain to avoid. More cyclone launching. So yeah, it's good to do some down kicks or dive kicks after you do a cyclone launch so you don't get too much air drag. Because, you know, air drag slows you down. The more you stay in the air, the more you slow down.
Hardest trick in the game. Shouts Tipsy.
Whee. So yeah, maybe I should talk about the shields. So the shields are based off of the Wu Jing, the 5 Chinese elements. Metal, fire, earth. Oh god, what was the other one? Water, that's it. So the yellow shield you just saw there is the earth shield. That protects us against earth attacks, and it also attracts crystals. With light, so you see that blue bar right in the top left corner? That's your meter, and that helps you with Dragon Boost. With that, like, you want to try and like restore your meter as much as you can most of the time.
So how this boss works is you need to destroy all of the tail feathers before you can hit his head. That's how you do damage to him.
This boss is completely hit based.
So I'm just using a well-placed boost just to hit all of them as he goes down.
This also has a fixed pattern, if I recall. Yeah. So yeah, the metal shield helps you protect against electric attacks. I think that's all.
Spikes.
Oh yeah, that's 2 spikes. The fire shield gives you damage on contact and protects you against fire attacks, but it also fizzles out if you go inside the water. And the water shield gives you infinite breath. I think I've covered all the shields. Oh, the wood shield, I forgot about that one, yeah. The wood shield attracts petals. And when you have full petals, it all goes to your crystal meter instead. Or your energy meter, in other words. That happens with or without a shield, really, whenever you collect petals with full health.
More achievements.
So this is the prison break level. I don't know how they got out there, but video games. Jails are absolutely useless in video games. They don't do anything. You know, if it was like real life, they'd be like incredibly insecure. Anyways, water. Yeah, so there's lots of water in this level. Fortunately, the water mechanics in Freedom Planet are actually quite fun. You know, you can get really, really fast. Another high cyclone. You want to dive, kick on. Oh yeah, you can do that. It actually is kind of faster to just like stay around the middle midair and zigzag your way through. Oops.
It's fine.
Oh wait, is that intended?
That's intentional.
Oh right, okay. Where you know?
Sure.
Just land into that bubble. Yeah, the bubble's bouncing you around. Now Mira's trying to chase us down, that old panda girl. Or panda woman, won't we be pedantic here. There's the gold ground cyclone off. Whoops.
That's fine. Back up.
Yeah, we grabbed him onto the, is it like a giant dandelion or something? And we just did cyclone glide, but it didn't quite work out. But we at least got across, that's the thing. A little ground jump and a cyclone launch to get you through, and more cyclone launching. So here comes a boss a mini boss that many beginners have trouble with. Fortunately with Lilac, it's really easy. So you just keep smacking her with High Whip, and then you get up with Cyclone. And that's how you defeat Nira. It's easy. Easy with Lilac. That's the strategy. Whip, whip, Cyclone, whip. Anyways, so this is quite cycle-based with the way the water moves up and down and the sub itself. So we got a nice cycle, and we're going to try and do something called super swimming, I think. Can we do it? Yeah!
Did it. Oh, yes.
That looks really cool. So yeah, if you hold on down and you...
That is perfect.
Yeah, you hold on jump and keep pressing down, it just like incrementally increases your speed with Lilac. It takes a while to get the hang of. But yeah, always buffer jump with it.
Oh,
So we'll be poaching the boss of this level. There's actually 2 bosses, sort of. 2 phases. So we're going to be fighting Serpentine again. It's the same strategy as before, just keep smacking him into a wall before he can do anything.
he likes walls.
Dragon boost, whip, whip. Yep, that's it. Definitely don't want him to get his bullet spam. That's the most annoying attack he has. We're going to keep doing as many high uppercuts as we can, so we can keep doing lots of damage against the chopper. Because you can see we're doing this little bonk against the wall, and you just drag a boost off the wall and then hold on jump, so you get even more height off the wall after you bonk. Yeah, we're doing like, you know, uppercuts and dive kicks so we can get lots of damage if possible, and Carol just finished it off. That's a good quick boss. So yeah, the nice thing about bonking off walls is that it doesn't use up all your meter. It just like restores virtually instantly.
Well, we're going to show an example of that on this level. Oh, I'm a speedrunner.
Who knew?
This level is heavily cycle-based. It's a bit frustrating.
Yeah. It's also got death cycles as well. Even better.
Oh, well, just run damage booster.
Also, there's lots of key cards in this level.
We're doing a zip to start it.
So we try doing a little something called the barrel flip, and it's quite position dependent.
Yellow shot.
Oh! Yeah, if you don't get the right position, you just get pushed
Right,
out.
second
There
try.
we go, second try. So we're just gonna come down here, and it's gonna be a bit of fire. We try and jump over it as much as we can. Loads of cycles. Dragon boost across. Do more dragon boosting. The switch. And way back. So we're doing the easiest zip in the game. You stack box from below, and you jump into it from below.
Zip.
Easy peasy. You can even do it at home. With your pet dog, pet rock, imaginary friend. Anyways, here comes something really cool if you can get it.
Ah.
Oh, you can get it in one go. You just go, you know, right and mount the ceiling, and then go all the way across without stopping at all. So yeah, there's a speed damage amplifier. So if you go fast, the damage of your dragon boost will be increased, and also your attacks in general. You know, hair up and everything else. It's quite handy. It's not explained in the game anywhere. So yeah, that first phase, the enemy right there has the most HP in the game, but then the next phase right there has the least. So they're quite imbalanced. Oh no, there's lava! Fortunately, you get a fixed speed boost, so don't worry about it, it's not that scary. It's for the spectacle. So now we're into phase 2 of thermal base. We're going to do doing lots of slope trickery and cyclones, dragon boosting, you know, cyclone march.
We're just going to loop around quickly just to get this key card so we can go back round. Coming up soon, there's going to be some pillars, which is going to be on a screen cycle, which is going to be interesting.
Yeah, we don't use the shield for long. We can't anyway.
So
We have to go through the water. It's just for this area. So you be doing the clip or the zip?
Sorry?
You can be doing the clip or the
I'm
zip.
not doing the manly strat. I'm
Okay,
afraid.
he's going to be doing the skip, the water skip.
the
There you
skip.
go. Just drag and boost against the, you know, the wind, whatever you call it, and you get through. Okay, these are deadly crushers.
You die if they get you.
I think
Go
it's a
on, freeze.
hydraulic press. I know
3
those
second
things are
cycle.
quite a meme on YouTube now. Oh, he took the upper path. Interesting.
Yeah, it's because the press on the lower side. I didn't want to wait around, so
Yeah, fair enough.
brain damage
Yeah.
strats.
I call it the bonk, but it's also called brain damage.
Brain damage.
Here's the boss. This one has a lot of, it's mostly fixed pattern. It is fixed patterns, and there's lots of waiting involved. So maybe this would be a good time for donations if you have any.
Oops. There you go.
It looks scary. It's really not.
You could just stand here, you won't take any damage.
So after this, I believe there is an auto-scroller. So there's even more time for donations if there's any to be read.
Sure thing, we do have some donations. Ready now, or?
It's on the ladder.
And we have...
Oh, it's Panda Lagoon. Okay, sorry, my bad.
That's no problem.
It's because I don't play Lilac. Yeah, I just realized. So yeah, she's going to back to discover herself or something. Yeah.
This one.
It'll be after this level. Will be the auto-scroller. Okay, I'm sorry. Anyways, so this has some interesting gimmicks. So you see this ring right here? It gives you 2 dragon boosts, and it gives you a ranged attack instead of a hair whip. The ranged attack isn't very useful, but the double dragon boost can be very handy. I think it's mandatory in some cases. Okay, it's mandatory for going fast, but yeah. So you saw a slope jump right there, you know, as you go up a slope, you can get a higher jump. Also, this level has bees. Not just my game, these bees can be even worse. Okay, actually they're not as annoying, but they still can be annoying. You know, like when you get hit and then they're just bunching around everywhere, trying to get a trick. Oh, that was cool. It just did a down cyclone. So yeah, if you hold on jump and you just hold on down as well, it changes the axis of your cyclone. We're in the second part already, and there's loads of cycles. Lots of cycles to catch with these blocks. You'll see these blocks later on as well. More. Oh, okay, no high cycling today. Not the bees!
Reset for cycles.
Yeah. You can start to manipulate cycles when you restart the level, but I think it costs you lives, so you have to be careful in higher difficulties. Oh yeah, those arrows. Those arrows do give you high speed, but I think they're generally a bit slower in high level play. Careful, those spikes. Yeah, we just dragon boost down there instead. You know, just bonk off the wall and you get nice speed. Ah yes, these enemies. When you're a beginner, they're really annoying, but when you get really good at the game, they don't really matter. They're just there. Can you reach it? There we go, first try.
Dragon boss coming. So how this normally works, you have to destroy all the orbs that are on the dragon, and then you hit his face. But we don't do that. Well, we do hit some, but we abuse a glitch where it goes off screen, therefore it despawns the orbs. I don't think again. That's fine.
Ooh.
That's fine.
Don't worry, no big deal. We're on casual mode, you just regen health.
I'm a casual, filthy casual.
Yeah.
There you go, 1 hit.
So yeah, I believe like when the dragon's at that phase, it despawns all the orbs, and that's how it works.
So now we just have a side scroller section.
Yeah, this is where you can blabber about donations as much as you like. It's quite a boring section.
So pretty good.
Okay. We do have a couple of donations from the previous run that I didn't manage to read out.
Oh, okay, sure.
We had a $1 donation from Tutton who says, "No moon this time, just wanted to thank Noob Salmon for running my favorite game of all time and destroying it even more right in front of my eyes." $10 donation from Shaunathan, who says, Sky's Rim belongs to the Nords. Not quite an Oblivion meme, but heyo. And during this round, we got a $1 donation from Cartius, who said, made it.
Okay, so the optimal strat for this level is you just smash between two different shooting buttons and you've won the level. And also, this doesn't count towards your in-game time for some reason. I don't know why. I guess it was overlooked. And also, her hitbox is actually floating. That's another fun fact. Oh no, there's a boss. Don't worry about it. It's a tap on the wrist.
You can literally just tank its hits. But
Yeah.
I'm used to playing a normal where you have to try and...
And also, the enemies on that particular side scroller are random. They just come out anywhere. Anyways, so this is Battle Glacier. It's a long and difficult level. You see a lot of cyclone glides, you know, trying to train your speed. And also, the collision detection of these tiles are actually pixel perfect, so it can really mess up your jump sometimes. Actually, that is the general case of this game. What you see is what you usually get. Though I'd say floating platforms are a bit more loose. They kind of clip you upwards onto the floor of the platform, rather than just making you fall if you only slightly just reach them. So you see these red things on the walls or floors? Those are jump pads for Carol. But if you jump on them with any other character, they just give you a bunch of crystals. But in speedruns, they're slow, so we don't really do that. For Carol, they can be useful in very niche cases. So here comes the drills. So we want to try and make sure they get the wall right in front. That's harder than it seems because they keep prioritizing the target above. It's really annoying. But hey, we got it first try. But wait, there's more. We're going to try and doing a triple wall. So you can get it. Oh, nice. Triple wall.
But wait, there's more.
So here comes a mini boss that lots of beginners struggle with. But we're just going to abuse everything we have to make it as easy as possible. So make sure the one golden rule is don't move around too much. You know.
The reason why I'm moving backwards and forwards is because it just kind of makes the II a bit wonky. So it does normally jump forwards or backwards, but it doesn't know what to do, so it just kind of jumps on the spot.
Yeah, you can see it's very clearly hit-based as well, so get in all those cyclones. I know
There's a zip coming up.
I know a lot of beginners try to use cyclones as much as possible, and they think they're doing lots of damage, and they're really not. But for this case, yeah, you should use cyclones when you can. Anyways, so here comes annoying zip. It's actually pixel perfect, and the time of frame when you can actually do the zip is very tight. So let's pray here.
One.
There we go.
There you go. Fair try.
Yeah. If you had the wrong position, you will get soft locked.
Yeah, the first one I had the wrong pixel, ordered a soft lock into the wall.
So here are these switches. They're quite sensitive. Sometimes you can press them twice by accident. I think with Lilac that's not as much of a problem though, because she's not slippery. Oop. I think he was trying to mount the ceiling there. Oh, there you go. There's no really... Wait, was that intended? Yeah, you
missed the switch, did I?
You overstepped the switch.
That's fine.
That's what I was talking about, them being overly sensitive.
That's fine.
Yeah, if you jump from below, you can accidentally activate them twice, and that happened twice.
Come on.
It keeps happening!
It's the first time that's happened.
Right, so we're going to try to drag and boost elegantly in the way, so we just get the shield right after. And here comes the spider mount.
First boss again. No, you see him? No, you don't.
So now we have to deal with a really annoying drill area. I think these particular enemies are they RNG or just annoying? Oh, okay, I didn't know about that strat.
Yeah, it's a backup because I didn't get the double down kick.
I see. The more you know. I thought I would have called that a safe strat, but okay. So this is another boss where you need as much high uppercuts as possible. Can you do the white fit?
It's gonna be harder without the shield.
Yeah, so there's a moment where the screen flashes white and you can actually just hit him from below because he's like his hitbox flashes down at the bottom of the level for a moment. I don't get why it happens, but it does. Yeah, brain damage and higher uppercuts. That's the name of this boss.
Oh,
Well, not
sometimes
not
it doesn't do
literally.
that.
Were you able to make it before the orb spam? Yes.
No, it's first cycle, so that's good.
Sub 5 minutes, just about.
Normally doesn't go right the extra time. And when he comes down, so I was kind of expecting him to come down. So, oh, it's the fake out.
Yeah.
I swear there's a story in this.
Yeah, they're brothers in some kind of way, and so I think Spade tries to knock him out of his, whatever you call it, insanity, because Dale's been brainwashed, and he's the one we just fought.
There's one you fought on the 4th level and this level.
Yeah, this cutscene is skippable. You can't do anything. But weirdly enough, in Adventure, you can skip it, or I don't think it shows at all. I'm not sure. Anyways, now we're on to the final Dreadnoughts. So originally, Final Dreadnought was just one stage, but it got split into 4, so they all have the same music the entire way through. This level is quite short, and it's also really well optimized. I quite like this level. You know, it's action-packed, there's lots of spectacle. The boss is pretty fun. There's also a lot of cycles in this level. As you'll see, these pylons. Coming up anytime soon. Also, ignore these enemies, they don't really do anything. They look scary, but really, it's just spectacle. So yeah, oh, just glided right across. Those are the pylons, those pink things.
Oops.
They may be pink, but don't underestimate them. They can really kill your runs sometimes. Oh yeah, there's the airlocks. If you fall down those, you'll die, so be careful.
Yep.
Unless you're Carol, then you can just crawl up the walls. Yeah, those airlocks try to push you down. More warps. Also warps. That could boost all the way across. Oh, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
Pause buffering. But I think the cycle's got in the way. So here's a particular Gunstar Hughes inspired boss. I think it's called 7 Force or something. And also, this is damage based and all the attack patterns are fixed, so you know exactly what you're getting. Yeah, you pretty much had to drag a boost during that point where it's just like the spinny attack and it's all damaged around syntax. And yeah, the boss is already done. Sub 2. I struggled with that boss when I first played the game, and then I just figured out the strategy by watching a speed run. You know, it's just funny how when you know strategies, it makes the game so much easier.
All right, hardest trick in the game.
No, it's not the hardest trick game. It's the second hardest trick.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we'll get to that. We've been trying so hard to find like a reliable setup for Dreadbox. This thing right here. Are you doing a setup, or are you just winging it? Oh yeah, there is. So yeah, the way is like we sort of stand there and we want to try and get the box bouncing to a certain position, so we can just dragon boost. We've been very careful here. Well, a moment of silence.
First try.
Oh, there we go. Nice work. So yeah, that skips a really annoying squid and a key card. You tried to do a high cyclone, but it didn't quite work out. So the backup is just do high uppercut instead. Or if you're a real beginner, you can just do brain damage or bonk. So yeah, in casual mode, these bubbles appear. I don't think they're really that much use in a high-level speedrun, but they're there.
To help a bit. It's more
Yeah, but I
casual
mean-
mode's more for the fun boss level, really.
I don't know, doesn't Lilac have a lot of air already? Because he has more than other characters.
So in this section, Brevin, who's the final boss, has cut the oxygen off. So we're using the air bubble power up. Face or the water power up because it gives you the oxygen, constant supply of oxygen when you're underwater or when your oxygen's cut.
So you've been doing a zip. right
I'm
at
just
the moment?
resetting there just to reset my oxygen counter
Yeah, pretty much.
on the left. Yes, quick zip.
Oh, we didn't quite fully get the zip, but
No,
at least
but
we made it.
made something.
So this is an
Couldn't get that in
elevator.
practice.
It's got spikes, and I think sometimes wait, you don't let ourselves get hurt here, but we do
Gonna
the
try another
next
zip.
one.
Nope.
Oh, take that for
Oh.
safety.
That's fine.
So yeah, this is an elevator where you just let yourself get damaged because it's faster. It'll be certain timing where you want to do Dragon Boost. There you go. Ground Cyclone, which is down in attack, not down in jump. It was actually changed during the very early phase of like beta phase of the game because people kept doing it by accident, so that's why it seemed a bit unintuitive. So yeah, this is Serpentine 2. He's got semi-RNG patterns. Like sometimes you might do yeah. Oh no.
No, it's fine.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. We're not flying in the deadly pit. Yeah, what attacks you can do can vary. And that's what makes part of the reason a full game task to be a real pain.
Saved it. If you fall off this platform, you die, and then you get taken back to the first part of this second part of this level. So, where you have to do all the oxygen.
So yeah, if you actually don't do the restart skip just before the arena, you have to wait through quite a long cutscene where like Serpentine transforms into this monstrous form. So here's the Dips inspired level. There's loads of boosters everywhere, and the background looks kind of familiar to a certain level in Sonic Advance, I think.
This level's pretty much just running.
Yeah, it's definitely a Dips level.
Yeah.
Oh, I sold key cards. And now we have these turrets coming after us. They look scary, but they're generally easy to avoid as Lilac. There's definitely lots of spectacle in this level too. Oops! Oh no, yeah, this could be annoying. When you fail something and then the turrets are just spamming right at you. Yeah, there's these fire cycles. Yeah, those cycles. And if you have the fire shield, it protects you against them. So let's see if we can try and get through. Can you squeeze through it? There we go.
I've got strap.
We're trying to keep this fire shield for as long as we can. Because it'll come in really handy for the boss. Dragon boost up here, just skip some of these. Take the key card. This is the last key card level, by the way.
Got a high cycling. Got it.
Oh, nice, first try. This
Another
frame
high
perfect,
cycling.
by the way.
Nope.
So things can easily go wrong with
Still got
getting a
fire
high
shield.
cyclone.
It's fine.
So here comes an skippable cutscene. So if there's any donations, feel free to say them out.
Sure thing. Just wanted to take the opportunity to actually to say, if you're enjoying this marathon, please use the donating button below, as we'll be collecting donations this whole time for Wings for Life. And we do have one $5 donation from Josh, who says, "The silly crew are watching." Smiley face.
So now Miller has mutated into a mutant thanks to Revan's muted again or something, and you have to fight her. It's okay, she'll be fine. It's a video game, anything can happen, like not killing characters off because you don't want to kill them off. But she's been knocked out. And she's exploding because, I don't know, everything explodes in video games. It'll be fine, Lilac, don't worry.
Spoiler, she survives.
Nope.
I think you want to
Sorry. So we're into the final level, and I think he's going to try the hardest trick in the game. It's called Dredge Blocks, and it's actually sub-pixel perfect.
Nope.
Oh, he's not going to try it. Okay. I thought maybe like give it one try and if it didn't, you just move on. But yeah, those diagonal set of blocks you can actually zip with, and it's extremely pedantic. But I think you'll be doing the standard zip, which is this one right here. There you
First
go.
try.
First try. And just try and land on these slopes, jump off, and it's pretty straightforward. There's a little phase skip.
So this is
No,
one of the
transition
reasons
skip.
why we go casual, because we can do a double laser skip, because we have regenerative HP.
Loads of damage boosts.
That's a damage boost right there. You're not meant to.
Oh! Careful there. Oh no.
That's
Oh,
fine.
no. Oh, okay,
So, yeah.
I'm fine.
Let's put this one.
So he's just going to Cyclone launch and Dragon boost upwards. Simple. So there's going to be 3 bosses straight ahead of us. Don't worry about those turrets, they're very slow.
The last 3 bosses. So first, this is another rematch
So we're going to
of
fight the
Absolution.
Absolution again. There's less, it takes less hits though, but it adds a new attack set. It's going to try and fire off these slimy rockets. Because, I don't know why slime is harmful. It just is. So yeah, every time you defeat a boss, you get a load of pedals. As we Brevin 2, we want to be doing lots of high uppercuts, I think, and then dive kicks. Yeah, there we go. So you notice that with Cyclone, during damage-based bosses, it's very much a utility move to retain yourself in midair. And here comes the final boss. We can defeat it really quickly, so don't worry. Go on. There we go, Dragon Boost. There we go.
And time's coming soon. And time. Yeah, speedrunner clear. Speedrunner.
Oh, it's 14:20. Perfect. Perfect meme time.
Sorry?
It's 14:20.
Oh. So we'll just let it. We can quickly skip the credits so that you can see what I had in-game time. Wah. 38. It's good.
Yeah, not bad.
What did I have?
On the
Good.
timer, it's 49:03.
That's good. What it is. Cool. Well, thanks for watching.
Yeah,
There
I run Carol, and my Twitch is Trailina, by the way.
I'm Ardouos.
Yeah.
So.